on this Tuesday morning, the 2nd of September, 2008. A sea of smiling faces out on the plaza. Nice to be out here with all of them. Look at this gorgeous girl right here.
This morning, we're kicking off a back-to-school series called Reading, Writing, and Are They Ready? With a look at what your kids are eating for lunch. More than half of the nation's 60 million school children are fed by school kitchens, and you may be surprised by what's headed for your child's lunch tray. In the movies, the school cafeteria is a place for clicks, gossip, fried foods, and mystery meat.
If you put it on a sheet pan, it'll be a little softer crust.
But for the 6,000 participants at last month's School Nutrition Association conference in Philadelphia, school lunch is serious business.
All right, did everyone get sauce?
It's good. It's really good.
Over 365 vendors showing healthier foods and beverages for the 30 million children fed through the National School Lunch Program.
We're part of school education. We want to make sure that nutrition is part of that day.
But nutrition is meaningless if the kids won't eat, so these vendors make sure fun is one of the ingredients.
Kids eat with their eyes. They love shapes. Kids like fun items. So we've taken items that they like, we make it fun.
Making our menu more exciting is really a top priority for me, because if the menu doesn't change, it becomes boring for the students, and then they won't be interested in buying lunch.
Tubes of hummus, root beer flavored milk, teriyaki nuggets, and fork-free pancakes. All sound tasty, but what about the cost?
Schools are having two problems right now. They're trying to get nutritional products into the kids, and they're also, with budget crunches, trying to make additional money.
And that's the challenge. Food prices have skyrocketed. It's squeezing budgets. When milk goes up just 1 penny, it can cost America's schools another $54 million. And schools get just $2.57 for each meal from government subsidies and must follow guidelines for healthy eating.
We see the sparkling water with juices, which are lower in calorie than carbonated beverages. And then we're seeing just a difference in pastas with making them whole grain, omega-3s, products that have no preservatives, they have no trans fatty acids, they have no antibiotics in them, for instance.
The trick here is finding food kids actually want to eat, tempting teenage taste buds that have been influenced by marketing muscle of big fast food chains and snack purveyors.
Tell me what can be quick, grab and go, what can the kids buy and throw in their backpacks, eat later. Give me some recipes the students are going to accept. I really look for kid-tested products.
And as any mom will tell you, finding out what kids will accept, that's always the tough part.
Help you such a sweet thing, good enough to eat thing, and it's just what I'm gonna do.
Robin Miller is a nutritionist and author of the cookbook Robin to the Rescue. Hey, Robin, nice to have you here.
Great to be here. Thanks, Matt.
Let's get away from the cafeteria for a second and get to what parents are going to try and send to school with their kids. The takeaway, the brown bag.
Bagging,
right.
Yep.
Brown bags are out.
Oh, they're so out, but there's so many cool things now because you want your kids to have fun, you want things that are colorful, and you want them to get excited about their lunch.
You also want them to preserve the food so you don't get that smushed peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I talked about.
That's right. I know. I feel so bad that you talked about that because that's not going to happen anymore.
Okay. Go ahead. So talk to me about some new containers.
These are really great. This is something if you want to send in a little crudité, little veggies and dip with your kids, you can put the dip in the middle. It's got a little lid. You put the veggies around the side. This you needed growing up. This is a container that's going to prevent your sandwich from getting squished.
That's kind of like a fast food container, but made out of more durable material.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Now check this out. This you can refrigerate the bottom of this or freeze. You've got milk at the bottom, cereal on top. The spoon's right in there. You have cereal with milk, totally healthy. This is a salad. You put the dressing in the top. Pop the dressing out. How cool is that?
Oh, that's
Shake
ingenious.
It, then you've got this. You've got fun containers, preserves the food, and it's colorful.
Got to remind your kids to bring them home, though. Otherwise, you go through a lot of these, no question.
Sometimes I'll go into the little lost and found and try to find what I just sent in.
Good idea.
I do that a lot.
Let's talk about some actual meal selections now, okay? The first one you have is quiche.
I know, it sounds weird, but you know,
this is going to get my 7-year-old beaten up at school?
Yeah, well, boy, probably. So maybe we won't do the quiche. Well, maybe. Well, here's what you do. That's why there's a big chart behind you. This is what I like to do. Involve your kids in the decision-making process.
That you want them to do this every morning? I mean, when the parents are rushing to get things?
I don't do lunch in the morning. I either make it the night before. Oh, yeah. I don't do it in the morning.
So tell me about the chart then.
So say you make a chart, you get your kids to help you make the chart. What do you think you're going to eat? Would you eat quiche? No, I would never eat quiche. Would you eat a turkey and Swiss wrap? Yes, I would. Let's do that tomorrow.
Cross it off the list if they're not going to do it.
That's right. And don't do it the night before. I mean, do it for the week and then get ready.
All right.
So this is an excellent, this is my classic morphing, which I always do. You know, I always try to transform leftovers into something else. You have leftover vegetables, you can turn it into a quiche. Boom, that's awesome.
What would you send along with a quiche?
I would
the tuna
send,
tartare?
no, I'm
kidding. What, chips?
I would
what
send maybe a clementine, maybe some cut
Okay,
up
all
watermelon,
healthy.
maybe a granola bar, maybe those veggies, and, you know, just something that you think your kids would like.
You have a wrap sandwich here, but you have to be careful because if you're putting bacon and mayonnaise in these things, they can add up with the calories.
Yeah, but this is turkey and Swiss and honey mustard and some baby spinach leaves rolled up. You've got whole grain, you've got lean protein, and your kids are going to like the flavor.
And it doesn't get soggy because of this container.
Because of the container. Now here's another one of my morphing things. Say I made my almond crusted chicken the night before.
Your famous
I'm going to make
almond crusted chicken.
yeah, my famous.
Right.
I'm going to make a double batch so that I can turn it into my chicken cherry Waldorf salad. So I've got the high protein from the chicken. I've got phytonutrients from the cherries. It's not just about having them eat it. You want them to have healthy, delicious.
So you planned ahead. Lots of schools don't allow peanut butter, any peanut product.
Butter.
Okay.
It's almond butter.
No, none of the associated problems of allergies?
That's correct. So I mean, there's whole schools that won't allow peanuts in it at all. So you've got almond butter sandwich. This is last night's leftover tuna teriyaki. Transform it into a rice edamame salad. Excellent way to get some vegetables in your kids, fruits, phytonutrients.
I like the containers.
But
I may steal
them.
some of these. All right?
Yeah, no, I'm stealing them.
Robin Miller, thank you very much.